Hello guys, welcome in today's crypto technical analysis, starting from the weekly time frame. Before we start, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the contents, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. There is not much change. However, we've got 2 days, 9 hours to close this weekly candle, and we're seeing pullback in the market, which was expected actually from this level of 40,000, 41,000 level. We were expecting a pullback in the market. However, bear in your mind that we've been following, and the last previous 2 months or so, we were following this level of around $36,500, $37,500. In the last video, which I mentioned, $37,000 is a crucial, as long as we're going to be staying above 37,000, ideally 37,500, and we are good to go towards the next target levels, and that's going to be around breaking 42,000, 45,000 is going to be our main target zone. Moving on to a daily time frame. On the daily time frame, if you remember, since the mid of June, we started following this parallel channel, and I explained in my previous videos why I did take from this level, not from these levels, which was around $43,000, and then the previous low, as you can see, 29,300 held exactly dollar to dollar from this level, and we're getting rejection right from there, week to week, as you can see, dollar to dollar rejection from the upper line of this parallel channel. However, this is a median line of this parallel channel. You can take this level as a point of control as well. Having said that, as you can see in the last video, as I mentioned, first rejection, second rejection, yesterday we had a third rejection, and today as a result we're seeing this red candle. In order to do further technical analysis, we need to look into a lower time frame, how far this pullback takes place, and what are the next important levels. Having said that, as soon as we broke these $55,000, ideally the primary bear signal was provided around this level. However, the conservative bear signal provided at around 53,000, 52,000 levels. As soon as we broke those levels, we went towards the bear zone. Still daily time frame heavily under the bear's control. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. If you're following me on this channel, we have this support number 2, support number 1, as well as the resistance number 1, resistance number 2. At the same time, we had one more resistance above us. That was resistance number 3. These levels we've been following since the 4th of June. On this support resistance, there is a minor change. As soon as we broke the upper line of this support number 2, long signal has been provided under a lower time frame. At the same time, we broke, that was a deviation, right? And we're supposed to go, if we couldn't hold this level, the lower line of the support, the next target zone was around 27,100, then followed by 24,500 levels. However, that was a fake out, as I mentioned in the previous videos. As soon as we managed to stay above and then retested on the lower time frames, we started towards upside. However, the rejection levels that I mentioned in the first place, 40,000 all the way up to 42,000 levels. So as you can see, we're rejecting right inside from this box, resistance number 2. At the moment, 4-hour heavily under the bull's control. The bullish signal on the 4-hour time frame, as soon as we managed to stay above nearly 48 hours in 33,400, 34,400, then the bullish signal has been provided. As expected, we stayed 1 day, 20 hours, which is 4 hours less than our expectation, and then 4 hours started flashing a bullish signal. So again, if you took this trade from lower time frame all the way to the resistance number 1, the target number 1 was resistance number 1, as well as we've been following this resistance number 2, that was long weighted target level. The lower line of this resistance would have been provided you 28% spot profit. At the same time, if you're a swing trader, as soon as we broke 34,500, then we've been targeting this resistance number 2, and that was another 15%, not calculating from the all the way up to week, but lower line of this resistance, that would have provided 15% spot profit. If you're a leverage trader, you do the maths. With the 10 times 150, 5 times 75% spot profit. Under 4-hour time frame, if we're going to lose, as I mentioned in the previous videos, highly likely we're going to get a rejection from these levels. If we're going to lose the 38,800 level, highly likely the price action will come and test the $37,000. We might get a week all the way up to 36,000, 36,500 levels. At the moment, 4-hour heavily under the bull's control. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. If we look into a 2-hour time frame, clearly once we manage to stay above the support number 2, which was $31,000, as I mentioned last time. First rejection, second rejection, after the 3 times rejection, and then we had this bullish candle. However, the bullish signal has been provided earlier at around 31,000, 31,500 levels. So from there, if you're a low time frame swing trader, you would have been already up by going to resistance number 2, nearly 30% spot profit. However, the ideal entry zone on the 2-hour time frame would have been breaking lower line of this support number 1, and then you got your green signal. At the same time, I've been following in the last 48-hour plus this rising wedge. For those who are trading based on these patterns, I mentioned the symmetric triangle in yesterday's post via Twitter account. On the lower time frame, I explained how this deviation's going to be a fake out on the lower time frame. If you don't know what you're doing, you have to stay away from these choppy markets under a lower time frames. And you can follow for instant and market updates @the_magnate via Twitter. So on the lower time frame and the mid time frame, I was following this wedge. As you can see, once we broke the lower line of this resistance and that confluence with our rising wedge support level. So as soon as we broke, as you can see, we're out of the rising wedge. I'm expecting, as I said, lower line of this resistance number 1 supposed to hold. If we're going to lose the lower line of this support number 1 after 24 to 48 hours, then 2-hour will move towards the consolidation zone. If you want to learn all these technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram @magnate8, and one-on-one intense mentorship is available. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all, and during the course you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. So under 2-hour time frame, as long as we're going to be above the 35,500, then we are good to go. Maybe we might have a consolidation if we see a harsh decline in the market. Otherwise, losing this 35,000, 35,500 will move towards the bears territory. However, it is too early for us to talk about it, and in the next 48 to 24 hours, I'll be watching this $37,000, 36,500. As long as we're going to hold these levels, and we are good to go towards the $42,000. Moving on to 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, clear example you can see, as soon as we broke the upper line of this resistance number 1, perfect long signal has been provided. You can see dollar to dollar, week to week rejection, second time rejection, and at the third time, once we managed to break the lower line of this support number 1, mid time frame as well as the high time frame started flashing bullish signal. However, the guaranteed long signal has been provided by breaking the upper line of this support number 1. So since then, 1-hour time frame is under the bull's control. However, by losing this lower line of this resistance number 2, 1-hour time frame started fainting and moved towards the consolidation zone. Again, if we're going to stay above these lows, which is 37,700, as long as we're going to be staying above, then 1-hour time frame will be under the consolidation. However, losing in the coming 24 hours or 1 day and a half, if we're losing this level, then highly likely 1-hour time frame will move towards the downside. At the moment, I'm closely watching on the 1-hour as well as the 2-hour time frame the lower line of this resistance number 1. If we're going to hold on the 2-hour time frame this lower line of this resistance number 1 and see some sort of consolidation, managing to stay above in the next 72 hours or so, above $39,000, we don't know how the weekend price action is going to be, and then we can assume that the price action will go $42,000. So in order to be bullish, we have to break and stay above $40,000 on the 1-hour time frame. Otherwise, I would consider these levels is going to be consolidation level for 1-hour time frame. We came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.